Good evening, students. Today we will study the second lesson of the book Social and Political Life, also known as Civics. Okay, and the name of the lesson is Role of the Government in Health. Okay, uh, as far as our fundamental rights are concerned, okay, we know that there are 6 fundamental rights, and these fundamental rights are provided to the citizens. The fundamental rights are the basic rights that have been provided to each and every citizen of the country for the proper development and growth of the personality of the citizens. And we see that right to life, the article 21, okay, guarantees to every citizen the right to life. So we see that under this article we have, our country is a representative democracy, and in democracy, okay, what is the role of the government? We know that the government is formed at 2 levels. Okay, our country is a democracy. And what democracy means? Rule by the people. Okay, so we see that how do we rule? When we say that it is ruled by the people, okay, it means that the people of the country, the citizens of the country elect their representatives. Okay, the people of the country elect their representatives okay, to rule for themselves. Okay, so we see that the people of the country elect their representatives to rule for themselves, and these representatives, they are elected. The representatives are elected both at the national, both at the state level. Elections are held. We see elections are conducted for choosing representatives both at the union level and the state level. We also have the third tier of government, the Panchayati Raj. We also have the third tier of government, that is the Panchayati Raj, okay, where elections are held at the local level and the government is formed at the local level or the district level. So we see that at different levels of government, okay, representatives are elected, and these representatives take decisions for us. Okay, if the people of the country, they sit together to decide on a common goal, it will take a lot of time, and due to diverse opinions, okay, a lot of problem can be created. So the best way is to choose our representatives, and these representatives, okay, are uh, given the they are given the authority by the people, okay, to make decisions for them. And these representatives, they take the important decisions, they work for the welfare of the country. So we see that the government the government is formed. And what is government? Okay, government is the administrative machinery. Okay, government is the administrative machinery that helps in running the country. Okay, So we see in India we have a democratic form of government. In India we have a democratic form of government, and the government has to perform a lot of functions. In India we have a democratic form of government. Okay. And this government, okay, in India we have a democratic form of government which is responsible for the welfare of the citizens of the country. ओके, देश के नागरिकों के कल्याण के लिए जो है सरकार का गठन किया जाता है, और ये सरकार की जिम्मेदारी होती है कि वो हर संभव प्रयास करे ताकि देश के जो नागरिक हैं वो अच्छे से रह सके, उनको सारी सुख सुविधाएं मिल सके और वो अपने अधिकारों का जो है प्रयोग कर सके अपने जीवन को और बेहतर बनाने के लिए। इसीलिए जो है हम देखते हैं कि हमारे संविधान में जो है हम भारतीयों को भारत के नागरिकों को जो है कुछ मौलिक अधिकार दे रखे हैं। और हम इन मौलिक अधिकारों का प्रयोग करते हैं अपने व्यक्तित्व के स्वर्णिम विकास के लिए, अपने जीवन को और बेहतर बनाने के लिए हम इन अधिकारों का प्रयोग करते हैं। So we see this is all that we know about the democracy and the democratic form of government. Now let us try to understand the role of government. The role of government as far as health is concerned. Let us try to understand the role of government as far as health is concerned. As far as we see what is health. What do we mean by health? Health means the ability to remain free of illness and injuries. We see that the word health or the term health means the ability to remain free of illness and injuries. And we see that the Constitution, the Indian Constitution guarantees to every citizen the right to health. The Indian Constitution guarantees to every citizen the right to health. The term health covers the following. When we are talking about health, it does not mean that only when we are not injured, it means that we are healthy, or when we are fit and fine, it means healthy. The term health covers a lot of things. What are these? It means we should have access to adequate food. In order to be healthy, we should have access to adequate food. And the food should be good and nutritious. The food should be, we should have a proper balanced diet, and the diet should have all the nutrients, that are necessary for the proper growth of the body, for the physical growth of the body. So the term health covers the following subheads. The first one is adequate food. Second one is clean drinking water. We should have access to clean and safe drinking water. Okay, we see that at many places the people, they are facing the problem of drinking water. They are not able to get access to safe drinking water. So it is the government's responsibility, in order to keep us healthy, it should provide us clean drinking water. Apart from clean drinking water, we should be getting a pollution free environment. The environment in which we are residing, it should be pollution free. The environment should be pollution free, and a person should be having both. Okay, should be avoiding both the physical stress and the mental stress. Okay, without any kind of mental stress, we should not be facing any mental stress. If we are facing any kind of mental stress, it means we are not healthy. Okay, and the other thing is the fitness of the body. It should lead to the wellness of the person. Okay, we often say a healthy mind rests in a healthy body. We often make this a statement: a healthy mind rests in a healthy body. Okay, so we should be mentally fit without any kind of mental stress, and this fitness of the body, it should lead to our wellness, our progress. Okay, in each and every aspect, we see that the government has taken initiatives to provide, okay, proper health to its citizen through various missions. We see that the government has undertaken a lot of programs for the wellness of the citizens. Okay, a government funded health insurance project was launched in 2018 by the government of India, called Ayushman Bharat. Okay, the government takes initiative the government takes initiative from time to time to provide better medical facilities to its citizens. And we see that in this respect, okay, as far as providing the medical facilities to the, okay, citizens of the country is concerned, we see time to time the government, we see that the time to time the government keeps on updating the national health policy. The national health policy was endorsed by the parliament. We know that all the important decisions are taken by our representatives in the parliament, okay, which is the legislature of the country. So we see that the national health policy was endorsed by the Parliament of India, okay, in 1983, and updated twice. Once in 2002 and 2017. Okay. So we see that the government keeps on taking initiative from time to time to provide us with, okay, the better health facilities. As far as the, okay, the recent main updates, the recent main updates in 2017, okay, the national health policy, it has been revised once in 2002 and again it has been revised in 2017. And according to the 2017, it sees, okay, we see that the recent main updates in 2017 mentions the, it mentions the need to focus on the growing burden of non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases. Okay, this is the main, this is the first focus. This is the first focus of the, okay, National Health Policy 2017. And the second focus is on the emergence of the emergence of the healthcare cost. Okay, need to go for cost cutting, okay, in the health care costs. Okay, so that, okay, the need to go for cost cutting in the healthcare cost, so that ordinary people, can get access, so that common people, can get, okay, access to proper health facilities. The common people can get access to proper medical facilities. So we see these are the, okay, main updates related to the, okay, National Health Policy of 2017. Okay, apart from this, the government has taken a lot of initiatives. Okay, the government of India is also planning to increase public health spending to 2.5% of the country's GDP by 2025. The government of India is planning, okay, to, the government of India is planning to increase public health spending to 2.5%. These are the latest updates as far as the health of the, okay, as far as the health sector of the country is concerned. These are the latest updates that the government is planning to do. 2.5% of the country's GDP, gross domestic product. The word GDP means, okay, gross domestic product. GDP by 2025. So we see that the government is taking a lot of initiatives. The government is taking a lot of initiatives in the sector of health to provide better health facilities to the citizens of the country. We see that, okay, a government funded. We see that a government funded health insurance policy, a government funded health insurance, okay, project was launched in 2018 by the Government of India under the head, okay, we see that Ayushman Bharat. Ayushman Bharat was the program. Ayushman Bharat, it was the government undertaking. Okay, Ayushman Bharat was the program that was initiated. It was the program that was initiated in the field of health by the Government of India for providing medical insurance to the, okay, to those who are not to those who do not have the capacity to go for major operations, okay, since their economic condition is not so good. So in order to protect the interest of these people, okay, in order to protect the interest of the poor, okay, this initiative was taken by the government in the year 2018, and we see that, okay, the insurance that has been provided by the government, it covers an insurance of 5 lakh, okay, 5 lakh, the amount is 5 lakh, okay, and now the people, the major part of the country's population, okay, they can have access to medical facilities through this program. Apart from this, we also see that, okay, Mission Indradhanush, Mission Indradhanush, okay, it was one of the missions. Mission Indradhanush was launched by the, okay, government of India, okay, to provide coverage. This mission, the Mission Indradhanush, was launched by the Government of India to provide, okay, to improve the coverage of immunization, okay, it was introduced in the field of immunization to improve the coverage of immunization, okay. You know what is immunization? Often the children below the age of, okay, the infants, the newborn babies, okay, till the age of 5, they are immunized at the government hospitals. They are, okay, immunized at the government hospitals in order to keep them safe from a number of diseases, okay. So we see that the Government of India has launched this mission Indradhanush, in order to improve the coverage of immunization. The coverage of immunization, okay, by achieving at least with a target of 99% achievement. Okay. In 2018. So this mission Indradhanush, it was launched in the year 2018 to, okay, improve the coverage of immunization by 99% till the end of the year. That is by December 2018. We also see that, okay, we also see that under the program Pradhan Mantri, okay, under the program that has been launched by the government in the year 2019, okay, this is also one of the important programs. We see that around 1, okay, 25.7 million families, we see that around, okay, 125.7 million families have have enrolled themselves, okay, have enrolled themselves as beneficiaries under the, okay, PM JAY. Okay, now what does the word PMJAY stands for? It means the Pradhan Mantri, okay, Jan Arogya Yojana. We see the full form of this PMJY is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, so we see that this was launched, this was initiated in July, okay, 2019. So this Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, okay, it was started in the year 2019 in the month of July, and we see that in our country 125.7 million families have enrolled. 1.257 million families have enrolled themselves as beneficiaries of this, okay, program. So we see that the government is taking a lot of initiatives to provide us health facilities, okay, and under this PMJAY, we see that under this scheme, okay, 16,085 hospitals, okay, under this scheme, okay, 16,085 hospitals have been listed, okay, for providing the facilities. Out of this 16025, we see that, okay, 8,059 are in the private sector, okay, these are the privately owned hospitals, and we see that 7,980, okay, public sector. These are under the direct, okay, control of the government. Okay, there are two sectors in our country. One is the public sector, Okay, in order to understand the health system, okay, in order to understand the health system of the country, you must understand the two sectors. One is the private sector and the other one is the public sector. Okay, the public sector undertakings are operated by the, okay, the public sector undertakings are operated by the government of the country. All public facilities such as the facility of electricity, okay, sanitation facility, maintenance of roads, okay, rural electrification and rest of the things, all these are provided by the public sector undertakings, that is the government of India. And the private sector undertakings are privately owned. It can be privately owned by a single individual. It can be privately owned by a group of individuals. So we see that there are two undertakings. One is the private sector and the other one is the public sector. Okay. So in this chapter, we will try to understand, okay, in this chapter, we will try to understand the right to health. Now let us come back to the lesson. This is the update that we have related to the, okay, related to the initiatives that are taken by the government. As far as health is concerned, okay, we see that the right to health, okay, we see that the right to health is inherent, okay, is inherent to a, okay, life with dignity. And Article 21 and Article 21 should be read with, should be read with Articles 38, 42, okay, 43 and 47 to understand the nature and obligation, the nature and obligation of the state in order to ensure the effective realization of health policies. So we see, okay, जब कभी भी हम जो है स्वास्थ्य का अधिकार, ओके, राइट टू हेल्थ के बारे में बात करते हैं, तो हमें ये पता होना चाहिए कि हमें ये अधिकार, ओके, स्वस्थ रहने का अधिकार जो है, ओके, कहाँ से मिलता है. We get this right under the section fundamental rights and Article 21. Article 21 of the Indian Constitution guarantees, okay, we see that Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, we see that Article 21 of the Indian Constitution guarantees to every citizen, देश के हर नागरिक को जो है इस धारा के तहत, ओके, every citizen protection of life and personal liberty. Personal liberty. So we see that under the article 21, okay, of the Indian Constitution, we get the right to life and personal liberty. Okay, हमें अधिकार है जीने का. ओके और जब हम ये कहते हैं कि हमें जीने का अधिकार है, तो जीवन के लिए जो कुछ भी जरूरी है, द बेसिक नेसेसिटीज ऑफ लाइफ, ओके, ऑफ ऑल द बेसिक नेसेसिटीज लाइक फूड, शेल्टर एंड क्लोथिंग, okay, we must have better health facilities too, and for having the better health facilities, okay, the cost of the health facilities should be such that every citizen of the country is able to have an access to these health facilities. Okay, so we see that the right to health is there, okay, and this right to health should be with dignity. आगे चल के जब हम चैप्टर्स में एग्जाम्पल्स पढ़ेंगे, इलस्ट्रेशंस पढ़ेंगे, हकीम सेफ के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, तो हमें पता चलेगा कि हमें ये जो स्वास्थ्य का अधिकार जो संविधान द्वारा मिल रहा है, ओके, ये आत्मसम्मान से, ओके, भरा होना चाहिए, न कि जैसे तैसे जो है हमें अधिकार दे दिया जाए. ओके, ओके, स्वास्थ्य सुविधाएं तो हमें मिलनी चाहिए, लेकिन आत्मसम्मान के साथ. वी शुड गेट द हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज, ओके, बट विथ डिग्निटी, विथ सेल्फ रेस्पेक्ट. एंड वी सी दैट whenever we are talking about the article 21, the article 21, it should also be read along with articles 38, 48, 43 and 47 in order to understand the responsibility that the state government takes. Okay, in order to understand the responsibility that the state government takes, and the state government is obliged, okay, राज्य सरकार के क्या अधिकार हैं और राज्य सरकार की क्या जिम्मेदारियां हैं, ओके, इनको समझने के लिए जो है हमें इस धारा को अच्छे से समझना होगा, धारा 21 को अच्छे से समझना होगा. और जब भी हम धारा 21 के बारे में समझने के प्रयास करते हैं, हमें इनको इन धाराओं के साथ समझना होगा. ओके, ओके, आर्टिकल 38, 42, 43 and 47. I will let you know about these articles. Okay, hope you are understanding the chapter. Okay, now let me. Yes,
मैम.
हाँ बट बोलो. Yes बेटा.
मैम ऑब्लिगेशन का मतलब क्या
Ma'am, what
है?
is meaning of liberty?
Okay, liberty means the word